Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. This is part 2 of the recap. If you missed part 1, go check out your podcast feed. It's right there. And without further ado, let's get right back into the recap. I feel sort of shitty saying this because, you know, when you have a child, you love your child and everything. Why do I feel like every time Jack says, I just miss my son, he's just totally lying and it's full of bullshit?
Something is not exactly ringing true about the way that he's going about this, because it does feel like he knows that he is supposed to say, he knows that getting out of rehab, like his main objective is supposed to be like being a good role model for his son or whatever. But it's like, he's so far away from that mark that it's like, why are we you have 12 other things you should be worrying about before you worry about whether Cruz can come for a sleepover at your house, whether there's, you know, nasty women there or, you know,
nasty women,
whatever house of horrors Brittany is imagining. It's like, why don't you, I don't know. It does feel like he is kind of saying what he knows he's supposed to say. And I believe that he, you know, has complicated feelings about his, you know, abilities and role as a parent, but like, I don't know, there's just such a darkness there. It's like, I don't know that I want you to be there.
I think it's just more like, it's just based off of like his interactions with his son last season. It just seems like all of a sudden this season, he seems to be, you know, he seems to care a lot more this season. Now, he is the father, so it's, you know, I really can't take that even away from Jax. But there's something that feels a little bit like this is an angle, like an unassailable angle I have that I can use, and I'm going to use it as much as I can.
Yeah, he knows that he's supposed to be out here performing dadness.
Yeah. Performing dadness.
Performing fatherhood.
So then Luke has an idea for him. He's like, oh, well, how about like maybe why don't you ask her, why don't you say that you'd be willing to put a camera in Cruz's room for her? And Jack's like, oh, that's such a good idea. That's a great idea. I'm like, what? How is this a good idea? If you like, okay, I know you're very scared to have Cruz, or you don't want Cruz to stay with me, but I'll put a camera in his room so you can watch him. It just doesn't seem to be like, there shouldn't have to be a camera at all.
I have never seen a couple have this much back and forth of camera logistics and filming in houses. Yeah. It's like at a certain point, like maybe the cameras aren't the problem. Maybe we should,
exactly. Why don't we address the roots? If you have to use a nanny cam on your husband, like that's not, you're supposed to use a nanny cam on an employee that you're like not sure if they have your child's best interest at heart, or maybe they're stealing from you. But like, if you have to use it on your husband, that's a bad sign. Or if you have to volunteer to have a nanny cam used on you, like not a good sign. Like, let's deal with the root causes here a little bit.
Right. Is this something that like, would a court order you to do that in a custody situation where it's like, okay, you have visitation with nanny cam? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Let's work on yourself a little bit more, Jax. So then we go over to Jesse and Isabella. They're at a toy store, and she's like whacking him with like a sword or something. And then Danny and Ash are like feeding the kids and making wolf sounds and stuff like that. And now we wind up back at Kristen and Luke's house. It's another day, and Kristen is doing a James May photo shoot because James May is back. Okay. Well, I guess it never left, but it's having a new season of t-shirts.
James May is it's going strong. It's an American heritage brand at this point. It's been around for a decade.
Yeah, she'll be on Project Runway as a mentor soon enough. Like, Project Runway is coming back, and if Kristen Doty isn't there as a guest judge, I think the show has lost all credibility.
She's like, actually, I think this garment would have worked better if it had an offensive slogan or like a Native American headdress on it. She's like, this flower child shirt really needed, more words, another phrase, another slogan.
Yes. This needs more Fleetwood Mac imagery on it, please. So she's doing a photo shoot. She knocks over some soda. She knocks over a Coke bottle. And Brittany's come over and she's taking photos and everything. And she's like, "Oh, I'm not actually a model. Let's not take photos once in a while." And
I love doing stuff like this.
I love this. I love it a lot. So they're taking these photos, and then Jax calls, and she's, "Oh, well, here he is right now. He wants his ring verification code." Jax, okay, hey, Jax. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to install the new ring right now. Okay, they need the password I just sent to your phone. No, if I send you this code, you get access to my ring." She's like, no, I have my own ring. I need this. Come on, you need to do this. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to send you my verification code. Okay, so we'll go rot in hell, Jax.
Is it like the ring logistics? It's like, why would, if he's getting a ring cam at his new apartment, why would the verification code be getting sent to Brittany? Like, why is
it on the same account? Is it well, so Ring is owned by Amazon, right? Is it like some sort of like Amazon Prime thing? Do you buy it with? No, it doesn't work that way. I literally don't understand why.
The ring code family plan.
I literally don't understand why a fresh new ring, a hot ring, straight off the Amazon conveyor belt, why that needs any sort of shared account or linkage to the other ring.
Well, you know what? Brittany can't figure it out either. And she's not going to give him that code. She's like, "I'm not stupid, Jax.
I don't know what this code is, but I know I'm not going to give it to you. Okay. I love these things. I'm doing a model photo shoot." Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And he like loses his mind. He's like, "But I'm here right now. I'm fucking here right now. They're here." And she just hangs up on him. "Oh God, he won't leave me alone. I mean, I'm definitely like trying my hardest to move on, and then he's constantly hovering over me, and he like doesn't want me to be happy. So this is all Jax Taylorism is to get my shit. Okay, Jax Taylorism," which is funny because Taylorism is a thing. So it's funny that there's now a Jax Taylorism, an update to the classic. Well, I think original Taylorism is something about like efficiency in factories, correct?
Oh, okay.
Didn't Henry Ford do something with Taylorism? The point is this: whatever Taylorism was, it has now been replaced by Jax Taylorism, and God bless all of us for.
I love one of my favorite details is when it's Brittany's turn to get her photo taken, and she calls Zach in because she says, "I need help with my hands." Like, she doesn't know what to do with her hands, and the only person who can help is Zach.
I imagine if Zach weren't there, she's taking photos with like her hands on the screen. It's like, it's not, she's just taking it in these weird positions. Like she's doing half Vogues. She's like, "Does this look good?"
She's like, "I need somebody to come fix my hands.
Help me with my hands." So then before she leaves, of course, then Kristen gets some licks in about like, Janet and everything. And she's like, "Oh, Janet's the worst." She basically goes off on Janet, and Brittany's like, "Okay, well, I gotta go. I gotta figure out what to do with my hands tonight. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. It's just like, I don't want to get involved in this anymore. It's like, I am out of here. So
I think one of my frustrations with this season has been like, it feels like we are now having the same circular conversation about Danny and Janet and Kristen, and it feels like we're really kind of going in circles. And so I'm interested to see kind of like at the reunion, are we able to make any progress so then next season we don't just have to have the same kind of conversations again and again and again.
I hope so. This does also explain why Danny and Nia were seated so high up on the sofa, because I was so shocked when they announced the seating order for the reunion when Michelle Lawley was all the way at the end. Because remember, they filmed the reunion early because of the pregnancies. So at that time, the Michelle Lawley storyline was really front and center. And I was like, what the hell? How does Michelle wind up there? But now we see why with all the Danny and Nia stuff.
Yeah, I miss some of the Michelle and Jesse. I kind of liked the way that they were, is very War of the Roses at the beginning of the season. Like I liked seeing that them just hate each other so passionately, and now it feels like that has sort of been usurped by some different storylines, and I kind of miss it.
I know, but I get the feeling like we'll have that for the next like 4 years of this show. Like,
yeah, Daddy and Aaron, we're gonna see more there.
Yeah, Jesse and Michelle will not be getting along anytime soon, despite any previews that suggest they're hosting some sort of Zen party. So, speaking of Jesse, he shows up at Jax's house, and it's a townhome, and Jax is complaining about all the stairs and everything. And Jesse is just visibly disgusted. Jesse's like, wow, I came all the way to the valley to see this disgusting townhome full of stairs, and you still haven't unpacked all your shit. Jesse is like, does not like this space whatsoever.
He goes, lot of storage. Look, Danny and Nia could put some of their stuff at Jax's place.
Yeah, they really could. By the way, if Jax is able to get a townhome, he got some space. To Danny and Nia could do that too. Although I bet the townhome is not as big as it looks. Sometimes those townhomes, because they're vertical, they feel like they're really big. But realistically, like every room is like, can fit a card table.
Well, and you can't have a Jack and Jill bathroom when one room is on the floor above and one room is on the floor below with ladders and slides.
Ladders. It's like a loft, a pole.
Ooh, that could be fun. I would love to see them navigate that.
I don't need to be shitting and someone descends on me with a pole. It's one thing if like a door opens, you're like, no. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, there's someone above me. No. Also, I'm not going down to any bathroom on a pole, because sometimes I go into the bathroom and like I need everything clenched until I get to that toilet, right? Like I'm just like, I am not opening my legs to put a pole in between my legs before I get to that toilet, because there will be a disaster.
Thank you for painting that picture.
You're welcome. We know it's a Jax scene, so we have to be as visceral as possible.
Yes, of course.
Really need to set the stage. So Jax is now complaining. He's like, I don't know how she's getting over it so fast. I mean, I just don't know how she's moving on so quickly with like another man. I mean, like, did you feel that? Like what the fuck? Because he's like really upset because Brittany is like dating someone, when Jax has had like 7 different girls that he's dated publicly.
Yeah, he's really setting the goalposts wherever he wants with this, and it's like you've never been faithful in a relationship in your life, and so now when you're fully separated, he just really he cannot like figure anything out with this Brittany situation, and it's no. If he wasn't so terrible, it would be depressing. But I'm like, this is kind of what you deserve.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna any angle he can to sort of try to like kind of carve out some sort of moral high ground. He's going to go for it, even if it's totally hypocritical. And so here he is trying to paint her as someone who just moved on quickly, perhaps even painting her as someone who's maybe an opportunist. Who knows? And he's trying to paint himself as the dedicated father who just wants to see his son and is just trying to do all the good things and grow and yada yada yada. And Jesse's kind of like, no, like this isn't going to work. He's like, yeah, you just have to commit to the closure. Just be over it. I had to do it with Michelle, which is funny because has Jesse really done it? Well, it
sounds like maybe it's been done incorrectly in terms of the paperwork.
Yeah, that's true too. Because that's what we find out also is that Michelle, I guess, filed something incorrectly, and now they have to start their divorce all the way over again from the start.
I would love Michelle's side of the story, because of course Jesse says that Michelle did it wrong, and so now they have to redo it, and it's like, yeah, I'm wondering what the real story is there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Michelle is getting screwed by this season because Jesse seems to really get the last word in on what happens, and he seems to be controlling the narrative. But every time that it comes to Michelle, she's like, no, that's not what happened. I filed my thing on time, and then he went to LegalZoom and he couldn't afford it, so he filed his thing with a Post-it note, and the judge rejected it. And you're like, oh,
and he was
a completely different
he was
story.
Threatening me.
Threatening me.
Threatening. It's
threatening.
It does feel like Michelle has maybe taken a bit of a backseat this season, and I don't know if that's her her doing, or if there just hasn't been room for a lot of her. Like, we don't see a ton of her and Aaron. It doesn't feel like they're main characters on this show. So
maybe because her mom is sick, she's been sort of actually like, maybe she hasn't been able to put the full energy into the show. But like, for instance, though, here's a good example. We have a whole scene of Jesse talking about the divorce and what went wrong. And then we have a flashback in the middle of it because Jesse says his assets are frozen. And Jax is like, what? And we see a flashback and we see Michelle telling Sheena that, oh, by the way, Jesse got this big loan under his name, but basically expects her to help him pay it off. Right. I think that's what I gleaned from that. And she's like, I don't want to pay for that.
Yeah. And it's like, that's such a brief flashback. Yeah. Cause it's when Sheena's wearing the Valley Brat shirt.
Yeah. It's just like, and I'm like, this could have been a whole scene. Yeah, this could have been a whole scene, and she gets like relegated to like a flashback. And I'm like, well, it sounds like Jesse's up to like financial shenanigans, and she's saying how Jesse's in like hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And like that just gets like shoved off into a flashback, whereas Jesse gets to have a whole scene with Jax on a rooftop talking about how his assets are frozen and he just wants to move on. And oh, Isabella is everything with Jesse. It's the same thing with Jax. He's like, I just care about Isabella. And you're like, both you guys are just manipulative assholes. That's what I think.
Right. They're just two guys who the world is against them, and they just need a win. Come on.
They need a win.
Just one win.
Ugh. I wish straight white guys could get a win once in a while, you know?
It's tough out there. It's in these valley streets.
Yeah.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Then we go to Danny and Nia going to plastic surgeon to Dr. Rafi Hovsapian, who Nia is contemplating getting a mommy makeover because like the choice is have another baby or get the mommy makeover. Because once the mommy makeover happens, she's like, I'm not doing this again. So it's now or never for the baby time. So she's gonna have a consultation, and the doctor's like, okay, well, we could move your nipple up if it were a perkier nipple, which it's not. It's flat as a pancake, kind of a sad. So for most people who have nice breasts, we could do this for them. But since you have sad breasts, well, we can just paint in a happy face on it and hope it looks better that way. Okay, good luck to you, ma'am. Goodbye. And she's like, what?
He's like, oh, this is worse than I thought. It's not a very. I get that like you want an honest opinion from a doctor, but he doesn't seem very his bedside manner, I have some questions about.
Yeah, he's like, well, one way is we can move the areola and then we could bring it up a centimeter, but that would be for a perkier breast.
It's like you have two options. The first option won't work.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I on my chart here it said a client was coming in with perky breasts, and unfortunately that's not you. So anyway, we're gonna hold on. Let me look in the file for old lady options. Okay, hold on right now. Okay, this is something for you. Would you like the old lady option C, where we just put you in a nice bra? What about that? She's like, oh, thanks a lot.
Well,
it's rough.
At least Danny gets in a pervy joke about hooking up in the exam room.
He's like, well, since you already are on cloud. But yeah, she's upset by it because the doctor was basically recommending that like what she would need to do, he said was like just a shade under extreme. And I think that that phrasing really it really bothered her because it made her feel.
She's like, I just had every imperfection on my body like circled with a Sharpie, and then Danny's like, so you horny?
Should we fuck? I've never.
So 4 under 4.
4 under 4 shots right now. Yeah, I totally get what she's feeling. To be honest, like I can imagine like you are. It's not only that. It's like she basically disrobed for television and then had a guy be like, this doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. This doesn't look right. So she's probably like, that was mortifying. Like, yeah, probably didn't want to do that again.
Right. Like when you go in for that consultation, you want to be the one where the guy's like, oh, this will be easy. Not bad at all.
Yeah. you look great. I barely even need to do any surgery on you. And instead he was like, okay, this is what we'll do. And now all of America can see that, like, you know, but like, of course, by the way, it goes without saying, she's like gorgeous. And like she's totally being her own worst critic right now because, you know, like you look at her and think to yourself, like, why are you I feel bad that you don't see how like beautiful you are, you know, but you know, totally. We all get it. We all want things improved with ourselves, I suppose, you know? So anyway, I hope they had great sex. So then we go down to speaking of romantic couples moments, Janet and Jason head to a tattoo parlor, which this is a whimsical tattoo parlor, by the way. Like I feel like normally tattoo parlors are very like a lot of like glass and mirrors and metal and Harley Davidson-esque type imagery, and this was like whimsically like old-timey general store or something like that. Or
I mean, leave it to Janet to find the like kitschiest place to get a
tattoo. Kitschy tattoo.
She's like, does Dave & Buster's do tattoos?
I don't know how to describe this place.
Like, how many tokens for a ring finger tattoo?
It looked like it had like magic potions or something. Like, yeah, you're right. This is totally like a Dave & Buster's tattoo parlor, like a skee ball.
Like Chuck E. Cheese comes out to give you the tattoo.
It's like, oh God. Well, unfortunately, Jason, we can only give you the ring tattoo because that's as many tokens as I won today. So, so they're going to do the thing that curses so many couples, which is getting the ring band tattoo. Like, this is a bad thing don't do this. It's not going to work out right.
But would you rather curse your marriage or let Kristen Doty continue to spread lies and fiction and falsehoods that you don't wear your ring when you go out? Because that's what's happening.
Yeah, but you could also be secure in your marriage and just like live in your own truth and be like, well, I don't care what she says, you know? But then again, I've never dealt with the brunt of Kristen Doty, and that is a very powerful force.
Well, and Kristen Doty, armored with the theories and the rumors of all the message boards and all the blogs.
It's true. Yes, that's what Janet basically comes out and says, that she's like, Kristen goes online, she finds out what she should say, and then she hurls it at me, and that's what she does. And so basically they get their tattoos. Jason is oddly very nervous about it, and he gets it, and then they have like this scene where Janet is like, you know, sometimes I wonder if I even deserve you. I mean, like, sometimes I wonder if you are going to wake up and be like, oh my God, I'm married to Janet. I don't want to be here anymore. She's like, I mean, I kind of get it. Like Jason's really hot, in my opinion. I think he's super hot. I can imagine being like, whoa, I really bagged a hot husband here. Like, is he going to stay with me? Is this really going to work out?
And
also everyone hates me.
I do like her acknowledgement that the social media aspect of it, I think I would almost like to see them unpack that more on this show moving forward, because now that they've been on a couple seasons, with her saying, I turned my comments, for my social media comments were flooded with people saying, why is he with her? It's like, okay, that's interesting that is maybe creeping into their marriage a little bit the longer she's on this show.
Yeah. So maybe it's like, even though I say stand in your truth, I can understand, like, you hear so much noise, especially from one of these shows. I can't imagine like having those DMs and comments all the time. It's going to get to you. I mean, it's just, it can't not get to you. Even as a host of a podcast, I read one comment the wrong way, and it can like mess me up, which is just my way of saying that the real victim here is me in Janet's situation. Just want to put that out there. But I can imagine, so like maybe he was like, look, I'm going to get this tattoo to show you I'm not going anywhere. Don't listen to the noise. This is my sign for you. I'm not sure. But she's right, like, going
I'm a fan bitch of you, and I'm not going to divorce you anytime soon.
Call me Fanson instead of Fan It. So basically she's like, yeah, it just really hurts. And, you know, people say like, why is he with her? Oh, it's because he can cheat on her. And they do this thing where she's like really sad. She's like really going through it. And they put all these things on the screen that people say about her that are up there. And I was like, oh, like Jenna is the worst, but man, that sucks if you're just like every single day you're getting those comments just on your Instagram. You know, I was half prepared for like the Love Island message to go up to be like, don't bully people.
They're like, we love all of our Islanders just the same. It's like, no, this is Bravo. Talk your shit.
Pitchforks are out.
Yeah, no, when I have something not nice to say about somebody, I say it on a podcast. I don't type it in an Instagram comment. So
yeah, I feel like it comes off better on a podcast because you can still speak your truth.
You can really get the tone. Maybe I'm being sarcastic. You know, it's nuanced.
Yeah, you can see it's not as full of venom as it would be like if I say, oh, Janet sucks. Like it sounds like that. But if I write on a comment, Janet sucks, it's like fucking Janet sucks, fucking bitch, slut.
You're a fucking fan.
Yeah, way to go, fan it. So now we go back to Kristen and Luke's home, and Nia comes over, and Kristen is basically talking about about baby stuff, etc. I think this is just more baby stuff. I think this is just another scene where Nia's saying that she's more open to the idea of going to Santa Clarita, and that basically she's just priming us the fact that she's going to Santa Clarita. She's going to cave and go to Santa Clarita, right?
Well, and I think I'm assuming in the finale that we'll get kind of the update that both of them are pregnant, and so this scene kind of sets the stage for that. That it's like Nia is on the fence between getting the mommy makeover and having one more baby, and she feels like time is ticking. And Kristen obviously still really wants to have a baby, and you know it'll pay off next week when it's like, you know, ding 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 ding, Kristen had a baby, ding ding ding, Nia had a baby.
With that exact song too.
The Orange County season 2 music.
I love the Orange County end of season music that they play. That is like my favorite thing. They have like a certain jam that they pull out. You can't, it's unsingable. I've been trying for years. But it is that cool like little jam with a like, and I tried to Shazam it too.
Yeah.
I couldn't Shazam. It's like that awesome, that music is just like the best. I seem to have a memory that they didn't even play it last year at the end of Orange County, and I was really upset about it.
The tradition is so important. We're losing our texts.
Yes, we really need to make sure we maintain these things. So now we go over to the main event. It's Brittany's house. It's Brittany, bitch. And she has Cruz there, and she's like, Dad is coming over. Did you have a good nap? Okay, he's starting to wake up. Hi, Zulie's going to take you to Sky Zone, which isn't Sky Zone like indoor skydiving?
No, it's trampolines.
Oh, okay. That makes so much more sense.
Well, maybe they've like added on a sky. It's like a trampoline park, which I would never have been allowed to go to, but I hope Cruz had fun.
Well, I apologize for not being up on my Sky Zone knowledge because, of course, when it comes to trampoline parks, I only patronize one establishment, and it's the Bellino family trampoline park, which may have been a Sky Zone.
Maybe a franchise.
Yeah. So Jax comes over and he's like saying hi to Cruz and everything. And Brittany says, well, the only reason why I agreed to meet with Jackson tonight is because we need to set boundaries to figure out how we're going to co-parent with Cruz. I'm like, here's a boundary to set. Don't meet at your house. Meet at like a public space or something. Like, stop letting this man into your home. He's the boogeyman. He's terrible. Let's not do this anymore.
And of course, like the first thing that he says to her is this, like, pick me. How was Hawaii? Oh, nobody missed me. You didn't miss me in Hawaii. It's like, no.
Yeah, no one missed you at all. Like the show actually thrived without you being there. And by the way, the best moment of the season, I think, had to have been Zach telling Jax when Jax said, "This is my show," and Zach said, "Not for the past 30 days, it wasn't." Like that still to me was Chef's kiss. A chef's kiss moment for Zach.
Yeah, it really, I mean, this season, when you think about it, Jax has not been present for much of it. We've gotten those little like cursed video diaries from rehab or a scene of him when they were in Hawaii, but he has not been in attendance at very many of the cast events. And I it's been nice.
The show's been fine. The show has been fine. So Jax is saying, you know, like Brittany has the upper hand right now. So in my head, I'm just kind of like playing nice and just kind of get along with whatever she wants, which is 100% a lie. You are not playing nice with anything. And he's like, I don't want to get an attorney involved. Can't we just go our separate ways and still be friends? You offloaded a house onto her that was going into foreclosure. And then you're like, I don't want to have attorneys involved with this. No,
it's like when the cartoon fox is like, oh, why can't me and the hens just get along? Like, why don't they want to hang out with me? And it's like 30 seconds later, it's like, because that's why.
That's why. Mm-hmm. Maybe you should watch McBee Dynasty, by the way, because there was a chicken coop situation this week.
Don't do this to me.
No, don't watch it. It's a terrible show. Okay, so Jax is like, he's like, look, it's like I never even lived here. Took all my photos down. And he says this as if he didn't try to throw out a picture of Brittany with her dad.
There has been so much moving in and moving out and throwing things away and putting things in trash bags. It's like, this is a model home at this point. Like this is staging furniture. Like
it really has been. Those photos have really been moving around. I mean, every single day they're in a different place. It's like a highlights magazine thing. I was like, what are the differences between these two images? So he's like, why are you doing that? She's like, well, why would I want to look at your face every single day? It's like, are you just going to wipe away 10 years like that? Which is like total manipulation, because he was the one who really wiped away 10 years the moment he started acting wild to Brittany, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, anytime they're in a conversation like this, he just immediately resorts to the gaslighting and the manipulation, like, that it's like you're choosing this. You're
breaking apart this family. Like I'm trying to. He likes to paint himself as the hero here or the martyr, And
he's like, you still good on that divorce? It's like he's asking it's like, oh, you sent him what you want from the drive-thru, and he's like, is that still what you want? It's like, again, no, she's still good on the divorce.
It's been ordered. You may have noticed the photo of your face that's been turned down that you just were observing. Yeah, the divorce is still going forward. She's like, well, why would I not be good on that? I mean, you have not done anything that I wanted from you. And he's like, well, I just want to make sure, just in case. He's like, well, how many Xanax did you take before you came on over here? He's like, what? I've never taken any, just a few lines of cocaine. That's it. She's like, well, okay, well, you're not even acting like yourself. It's like, well, it's fine. Like, I mean, look, you've already slandered me enough. Okay. You can't slander me anymore. I'm wondering where the slander is, because everything she said has been true. Right.
I can't hear the word slander without hearing Alexia in my head. A slander.
Slender.
So there's no slander going on. She's standing on business, as the Love Island cast would say. She's only saying things that are true.
That's right. Standing on business, just like Ace Green. So Brittany is like, it's not slander when I'm speaking facts. Okay, don't talk to me unless it's about Cruz. Okay, Cruz is not going to your house anytime soon. And because I don't trust that there is not nasty women there. Nasty women. Watch out for the nasty women.
Like you really are picturing his house the way Brittany describes it is just like a den of sin. Like there's women draped over the furniture and an opium pipe in the corner.
It's like the bordello on Game of Thrones or something. It's like Littlefinger's going to come out. I mean, but to be fair, that could be actually exactly what's happening in Jax. It's Jax. It could be that way.
On his love sack got delivered, so now he can do whatever he wants.
That's true. In more ways than one. So she says, I'm done protecting JX. Okay, I am much like so done. I really thought he was going to change. I really thought I'd be the person to change him. So now shame on Sherry, Brittany's mother with the white lipstick, forever teaching her daughter that she could change someone in a relationship. Like you don't get into a relationship to change someone. Like you take them or leave them. And this is not exonerating Jax by any means, but like I'm very sad that Brittany wasted all these years thinking she could change someone like Jax when she could have just found someone. Like you could get a turnkey boyfriend or husband. You don't need to fix her upper.
Yeah. And I mean, she, every step of the way, Jax showed her that this was who he was, and she just kept going along with it. So, and
everyone told her, her castmates, her family, the world told her, you have to leave this guy.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it is kind of interesting to think that from Vanderpump Rules to now, we've never seen Brittany without Jax. Yeah. And so like season 3 of The Valley, thinking about that, it's like, wow, it's really going to be a different look. And
it's gonna be weird.
Finally, like, I know.
But by the way, she was this season she was sort of without Jax, and
yes, yeah. Fine. Yeah.
But like, it's still a lot of it was within the context of Jax and his presence. So
right, and if he's not appearing at all next season, we're not going to have any more scenes like this. Even if they're happening in her life with the co-parenting, the cameras presumably won't be there.
Yeah. So the producers asked her why she protected him for so long, and she was saying that she didn't want him to get into trouble, and like, you know, she tried like she really loved him, and she tried to make him a better person, but how can you continue to be there for somebody who won't even change for you or your son? Like that.
Again,
it's just it's just okay. So then Brittany, she's now yelling at him. She's like, it disgusts me. You are so gross, Jax. He's like, okay, fine. I'm good. Yep. Bye. Get out of here. Yeah.
Every time I can't say anything. I can't win. Everything I say is wrong.
Everything I say is wrong. That'll be his podcast in the manosphere.
Everything I say is wrong. With Jax Taylor.
I'm a work in progress. Okay. Look, I'm here to be a dad. Okay, I'm good at it. I enjoy it. It makes me happy. I'm like, well, we didn't see any of you doing that last season, as far as I can tell. Like, it would be last season, he'd be sitting there watching TV, and Brittany and her mom would be chasing after Cruz onto the sofa, and he'd be like, kids, am I right? So this is a very convenient narrative, as Katie Maloney would say, that he's peddling on us.
I can't wait to not see it anymore.
I know. So he's saying, yeah, I mean, he actually just makes me want to be a better person. And I don't think she should hold anger over me. I'm using that as a weapon not to see my son. That's just not fair. Says Jax, who's actively trying to use the son as a weapon against Brittany.
Right. Like, yeah, he really, you know, she's playing the Uno reverse card on him, and he just cannot take it.
He can't figure out. He still doesn't understand the rules of Uno, unfortunately. So she's like, you are a narcissist, so you don't actually feel love, you don't feel pain, you don't feel hurt like I do, so we are different people. Okay, I'm going through a lot more than what you're going through right now because I actually care. And he's like, you don't see what I'm going through at home, you don't see what I'm dealing with at my house. It's 10 years of my life, it's a decade. You could just throw that away, but I can't. Jax, that old sentimental guy, Jax, not willing to throw away 10 years.
Yeah, it's just the worst. Just the worst.
Do you think I've thrown it away? I've tried to make this work for 10 years with you, Jax. You could have went on your bipolar medication years ago and you didn't. Okay, I begged you to go to therapy. I begged you. He's like, well, I'm doing it now. No, see, you already ruined our family.
I didn't. And then the icing on the cake is I didn't come here to argue. I didn't want to argue. I just wanted to set some boundaries. I'll do whatever you want, but I don't want to argue. By
the way, they have not set a single boundary nor proposed one since this has been here.
That's the thing. It's like somebody put something on the table.
Yes. Can we have some boundaries, please?
Somebody say, he could easily just say, I want to have a sleepover and I will volunteer to put a nanny cam in the room. That has not come up once.
Yeah, there's been no boundary talk. Well, Brittany enters something in here. She goes, well, I told you my boundaries. I will handle everything and I will send you a bill for your half of the doctor bills. And he's like, but fine, then you don't get full custody.
Like, no, I'll get full custody.
Yeah, I'll be getting that full custody. Okay. That's supposed to be your child support. Is that you're gonna be paying for half of Cruz's stuff? He's like, no, I'm not paying. I'm not gonna pay any bills, okay? Because you make more than I will. So so I'm gonna go after your alimony. So there's a boundary she wasn't expecting. Is that he's actually being like, he's like, not only am I not gonna pay, you're gonna pay me.
Yeah, at this point when they start getting into the custody arrangements and the alimony and the child support, it's like, and this is the same Jax who 5 minutes ago was like, man, do we really need a lawyer? Can't we just talk it out?
Can't we talk it out?
And then you're like, it's like, no, bitch, you're paying me alimony. It's like, okay, and here's the need for a lawyer immediately.
This is why we have a lawyer. Yes, exactly.
They need the Drew and Ralph court monitored texting app.
Or they just need a basement that they could put Jax into. So he's like, yeah, this is a 50-50 state, man. So she's like, so you're going to go after alimony for me and I'm going to have to pay for all of Cruz's bills? He's like, God, why are you trying to destroy the father of your son? She's like, I'm not. Why are you doing this? Poor Jax. He's so delicate, so delicate. I can't believe she would try to destroy this man, this upstanding citizen who threw a table at her. Why would she ever destroy this person?
10 years, she's just flushing it down the toilet. 10 perfect years.
10 perfect years without any problems whatsoever. And he's like, every time I come over, you act so mean to me. You discard me, Jack. He's a vulnerable soul. He doesn't like when people act mean, okay, at all. And he has a great track record of being very nice to people for 10 years. 10 years.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, this is why I knew I want Cruz out of the house, because I knew this would happen. I'm disgusted. I'm so mad at you. So he basically is like, yeah, every time I come over, we always fight. And I love my kid more than anything. And I'm really fighting for him. And I just hope I can get him back.
It's like, I love my kid more than anything, except for, hanging with the boys and, drinking at Jax's and, rage texting Brittany. It's like the order of priorities is not so clear.
Yeah. He's like, come on. I told all the boys I'd be adding Cruz to boys chat. Come on. You got to let me have him. It's like, Jax, no. So he's like, I'm not saying that, because he's like, stop saying it. Stop saying that I'm the one who threw it away. It's like, well, no. I'm not saying that you're the one that threw it away. What I'm trying to say is that you can't get over it like that. She's like, I'm not over anything, obviously. I mean, I am impressed with her because he is such a manipulator and she is really so weak that I'm surprised that she has not caved to any of these tactics. Yeah,
it does feel like at some point between, maybe while he was in rehab, she kind of like a switch flipped in her mind where it was like, no, like that part of it is over and we're not kind of negotiating the relationship anymore. And, because she does a good job in this conversation of not falling for the traps that he's setting.
Yeah, because he keeps trying to set them. So finally he's like, you know what? I'm a piece of shit human being. I get it. Fine. She's like, I can't believe it. Look at you, Jax. And he's like, fine. So then he basically just like leaves and slams the door. And that's where it is with that. He tried some moves there. They didn't work. She held her ground. And now we have the season finale next week, but not much time left with Jax Taylor on the Valley. Only 2 or 3 more episodes. Or wow. 3 or 4. I don't know how big the reunion is going to be. You think it's going to be a 2-parter or a 3-parter?
I would say 2 because they didn't have a reunion at all last season. So I feel like they'll give them 2 to kind of see how it goes. But maybe 3. Yeah. You never know.
It feels like
Big
there's
cast.
3 episodes worth of drama, but I feel like if it's not a Housewives show, they seem to be keeping it just to 2 episodes. Like
I'm
Summer
usually
House
okay.
and Southern Charm.
I'm usually okay with the 2-part. Maybe one of them gets to be the 53-minute episode length.
Yeah. I'm okay with that too.
It's I think they would have an action-packed 2-part reunion, which is I tend to like.
I like that because, like, for instance, I don't know why we have a 3-part Atlanta reunion happening for this season. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Especially when Britt didn't show up. It's like there's only 2 people on that couch. Yeah,
we don't need 3 parts. Anyway, Dylan, thank you so much for coming on and talking about this show. It was a delight to have you here. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, thank you. It was a delight to be here. I love literally going through the whole episode, top to bottom,
word by word.
No, thank you. You can listen to me. My podcast is called Mention It All. We do 2 episodes a week wherever you listen. Also on YouTube at Bravo by Betches, with guest episodes every Tuesday, and then usually solo episodes every Friday. And you can follow at Bravo by Betches on Instagram, and I'm at Dylan Hafer.
Great. Everyone go give Dylan a follow. As you could probably hear, he's so funny and so smart and so clever. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks everyone for listening. And we'll be back later for Next Gen New York City. Thanks, Dylan. Bye, everyone. Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors.
Ain't no thing like Allison King.
It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster.
She can run my country. It's Angie McGovern.
It's always automatic with Ashley Auto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo. Jamie. She has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B. K Sarah, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby.
Bringing the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs. It's our queen, it's Queen Laifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the Cork Master, the Master of the Cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Mannock's door. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
There's a chance of meatballs, it's Rebecca Cloud.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie, it's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Please don't stop, it's Soli and Pop. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
It's always a good time when you're wasting time with Bravo.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.